Hello, welcome back to my channel again. Today we're going to talk about what you should do before you arrive in Saskatoon while you're on the plane, and when you arrive to Toronto or Vancouver airport, what are the things that you will go through and what you should be doing. And then at the very end of the video, I am going to show you our Saskatoon airport a little bit. All right, so let's get started. All right, it is so exciting that you got your visa, you're ready to come to or fly to Canada, and you bought your ticket. So exciting time. I know I was there. I remember when I first got my visa and everything was ready to go. I bought my ticket, and then I started shopping, and this is literally the best feeling in the world, one of the best feelings I should say in the world, to shop when you're going abroad. I have had that feeling quite a few times in my life, so it is very, very exciting. So congratulations. And now let's talk about what should we pack in terms of winter clothes, because by now I think you already know that Saskatoon is very, very cold. Like in the winter time it gets to minus 50 degrees Celsius, minus 60 degrees Celsius at some point, and with the wind chill. So in here we have two kind of weather that you will hear in the news or in the radio, is the actual temperature and the temperature with the wind. So for example, if you have temperature of minus 20 today, they will say the temperature is minus 20, but with the wind chill it feels like. So there's two temperatures. One is actual temperature and other one is it feels like. So even with the minus 20, with the wind it feels like minus 35, because wind blows so hard and it feels like more colder. So we can get up to minus 55, minus 60 with the wind chill at some point. So getting winter clothes is very, very important. If you can get a good good clothing from wherever you're coming from, it's very good. But I personally suggest that you get some winter clothes with you, you bring some clothes with you, but it is better, and that's my suggestions, is when you arrive here, then buy a really good jacket, winter jacket from here, because those jackets are specially made to protect. It will even say on the tag when you buy jackets from here that it is good for minus 40, good for minus 50. There are some jackets that has heating system inside, so it will heat up your jacket from inside so you don't feel that cold. But those are really expensive ones. So if you can just get a regular ones that you can buy from stores here, will protect you from minus 50, minus 40, minus 35 degrees Celsius. But if you can get your nice jackets from back home, definitely get some, and obviously some other winter stuff like gloves or toque or like hat. Make sure you get all those and packed up in your luggage. Okay. And another one is always check with the airlines or what you can bring from your home country to Canada. This is very crucial, guys. Do not just bring a whole bunch of food and not packed very well, because you are just gonna go through some problems in the airport. So it's always better to double check first what you can pack and what you can bring to Canada, and then pack accordingly. If you have any food, make sure you pack them really well, airtight stuff. And yes, definitely check online that what are allowed and what you can bring and cannot bring to Canada. This is very important. All right, now that you have packed everything, you got your luggage packed and you are flying, make sure well, you're obviously gonna go through your home country immigrations and everything. Those are the information that you can get from your own country. But when you right before you arrive in Canada, in the airplane, they will give you a form. It's called Ambrigation Form. It is basically they will get some information about your name, passport number, and all those stuff. And in that form, make sure you fill it up truthfully, and you write down if you have anything that is taxable or if you're bringing anything. Basically, just make sure that make sure you declare whatever you're bringing. For example, I know one person are only allowed to bring 10,000 US dollars. So if you have more than $10,000 for one person, then you have to declare it. If you have lots of golds, like your personal gold jewelry and stuff, make sure you declare those as well. Trust me, that will really make your life easier when you arrive in Canada before you go through the immigration. Okay, so make sure you fill up that immigration form properly and truthfully. And then when you arrive in Canada, either you are going to land in Toronto or Vancouver, most likely. There are few other airports. I'm not sure. You might arrive in Calgary as well, or Winnipeg. That's not very likely, but you never know. But wherever you land first, either it's in Toronto or Vancouver, that is where your immigration will happen. So that is where they will check your papers, your passport, your documents, and everything. Okay, so most likely it's in Toronto and Vancouver. So if you are going through all those, make sure you always give them the real answer, the truth answer, and have all of your documents and everything on your the backpack or your hand luggage where you are carrying with you. Do not keep any of your immigration documents in your luggage that you already boarded with the airplane. Okay, make sure you have all of your documents with you in your hand luggage, or keep a small little purse and keep it all there, because you will need them all in that immigration. Okay, so this is where your immigration will happen, either in Toronto or in Vancouver. After your immigration is done, that's hopefully everything will go just smooth and you're all done with immigration, and you will come out of the airport, and then you're gonna catch the next flight for Saskatoon. So if you're coming from Toronto, it might go to Winnipeg, and from Winnipeg to Saskatoon. Or if you're coming from Vancouver, it might go to Edmonton or Calgary, and then from Calgary to Saskatoon. Or sometimes, if you're lucky, you have a direct flight Vancouver to Saskatoon, or Toronto to Saskatoon, then it's good. But one thing, you have to be very careful and make sure that after the immigration in Toronto or in Vancouver, you have to take your luggages, literally receive your luggages from the belt, and then you have to go to the domestic flight area, and then you have to basically board your luggages again. You might have all of your boarding passes from your back home, like from your first flight, but when you arrive in Canada, the first city, either in Toronto or Vancouver, you have to receive, or you have to get your luggages and go to the domestic flight area, and then you have to drop those luggages again over there, and then you just board to the plane according to your time schedule. But make sure you have to pick up the luggages from here and then drop it off again to the domestic flight. Otherwise, your luggages are not gonna come to Saskatoon with you. Okay, so this is very important. So many people forget that, or some people don't know about it. So make sure after immigration in Toronto or Vancouver, you have to pick up your luggages and then drop it off to the domestic flight area. All right, so this is the airport here on the right side of the screen. It's called John Diefenbaker Airport. We call it Saskatoon Diefenbaker Airport. It was named after John Diefenbaker. He was the 13th Prime Minister of Canada. So this is the runway right there. This is where the plane lands all the time, and you can see it from here. This is the airport inside. This is where you can see the runway when you sit here, and this is where you're gonna come down from, like when you get out of the plane, and that escalator and this elevator there. This is where you're gonna come down, and then all the way on this side, this is where people usually wait for the passengers to come out, or their friends and relatives. And this is where you guys gonna come out of this door. It says domestic arrivals. This is where you're gonna come out, and then on the right side, when you come out of that gate on the right side, you're gonna walk all the way to the end of the building. This is where your luggages are going to be. There are, I believe, 3 or 4 belts for luggages. So as you can see right in front of there is one, and on the right side there is another belt. So this is where you're gonna collect your luggages, and then once you collect all of your luggages, then you're gonna turn back this way again, and on the right side of that vehicle there is a gate to go outside of the airport. Okay, let's go out, walk that way, and I'm gonna show you where you can get a cab, or if your friends and family or relatives are waiting, that's where they're gonna have their vehicles. Okay, but say for example, if you don't have anyone and you need to take a cab, this is where you're gonna go all the way end of the door, all the way straight. It says on the top there the taxi waiting area. This is where you're gonna go. Okay, if you don't have anyone coming to pick you up, you can just directly take a cab right from this through this door, and there is a guy always stands there to show you. And this is the taxi stand right here. This is where I'm videotaping it when there was, like, I believe there was no plane or nothing there. As you can see, there is not even a vehicle there. So this is the taxi stand. This is where you're gonna take your cab, and then you just tell them your address, and then they will just take you to your location. Okay, all right, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this video was helpful. If it was helpful and you guys want to know some more about Saskatoon and some more tips, make sure you subscribe my channel and hit the bell button, and then just comment below if you have more things that you need to know, or if I have missed anything to mention. You guys can just mention in the comment part. That way some other people will know about that as well. All right, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye bye.